Pearson Test of English academic vocabulary with description and a using cases. These are words for effective passing of Pearson Test of English academic exam from the official preparation site. The word, its description and usage are provided. Happy learning. Commotion. Commotion refers to a noisy or tumultuous disturbance or uproar, often involving many people. It can also describe a state of confusion, agitation, or disorder. The sudden commotion in the crowd caught everyone's attention. Compatible. Compatible means capable of existing or working together harmoniously. It can also describe devices or systems that can communicate or function together effectively. The software update is compatible with most operating systems. Compel. Compel means to force or pressure someone to do something against their will. It can also signify an irresistible or compelling quality or force that drives action. The new evidence may compel a reconsideration of the case. Complexion. Complexion can refer to the natural color and texture of a person's skin. It can also describe the overall appearance or condition of something, such as a situation or landscape. Her flawless complexion is the envy of many. Comprise. Comprise means to consist of or be made up of several parts, elements, or components. It can also describe the act of including or encompassing something within a whole. The bookshelf comprises a diverse collection of novels and nonfiction. Concede. Concede means to admit or acknowledge the truth or validity of something, often reluctantly. It can also mean to yield or surrender, especially in a competitive context. After a lengthy debate, the politician had to concede defeat in the election. Conceive. Conceive means to form an idea, plan, or concept in one's mind. It can also refer to the process of becoming pregnant and developing an embryo in the womb. She couldn't believe she could conceive a brilliant idea under pressure. But inspiration struck at the last minute. Concoct. Concoct means to create or prepare something, often a dish or drink, by combining various ingredients. It can also describe the act of inventing or fabricating a story, plan, or scheme. After hours of experimentation, the chef managed to concoct a new and delicious recipe for her restaurant's menu. Condemn. Condemn means to express strong disapproval or criticism for something or someone. It can also signify the act of officially sentencing or declaring something as unfit or dangerous. The jury had no choice but to condemn the defendant to life in prison after finding him guilty of the heinous crime. Condolence. Condolence refers to an expression of sympathy and sorrow to someone who is grieving. It can also indicate a formal letter or message conveying condolences. I offered my heartfelt condolences to my friend upon hearing about the loss of their loved one. Confine. Confine means to restrict or limit someone or something within boundaries or a specific space. It can also describe the act of keeping someone in a confined or enclosed space. The construction site has safety barriers to confine access and protect workers. Conscientious. Conscientious describes someone who is diligent, thorough, and careful in their work or responsibilities. It can also indicate a strong sense of moral integrity and ethical behavior. She's a conscientious student who always submits her assignments on time and strives for excellence in her work. Consecutive. Consecutive means following in uninterrupted order or sequence. It can also describe a series of events or numbers that occur successively without gaps or interruptions. The team won 3 consecutive championships, showcasing their dominance in the sport. Consent. Consent refers to giving permission or agreement to something, often willingly. It can also indicate the legal capacity to make decisions, especially in matters like healthcare. She had to obtain her parents' consent before going on the school trip. Conserve. Conserve means to protect and preserve resources, such as energy, nature, or food. It can also refer to a sweet spread made from fruit and sugar, similar to jam. The Wildlife Organization works tirelessly to conserve endangered species and their habitats. Consign. Consign means to hand over or entrust something to another person or entity for a specific purpose, often for sale or delivery. It can also refer to assigning or relegating something to a particular fate or category. The company will consign the products to the distribution center before shipping them to retail stores. Console. Console can be a panel or unit housing electronic controls. It can also describe the act of providing comfort and support to someone in distress or sorrow. After a long and tiring day, she found solace in the warmth of her favorite video game console. Contemplate. Contemplate means to think deeply or carefully about something. It can also refer to the act of considering or intending to do something in the future. Amidst the serene nature, he sat by the lake to contemplate life's mysteries. Contend. Contend means to compete or engage in a competition. It can also signify asserting a belief, argument, or position, often in a vigorous or determined manner. In the boxing ring, they will contend for the championship title. Contention. Contention can refer to a heated disagreement or conflict between parties. It can also describe a point or issue argued or debated in a discussion or dispute. The contention between the two teams grew fierce as they fought for the top spot in the league. Contingency. Contingency can describe an unexpected event or circumstance that may occur. It can also refer to a provision or plan made to address such unforeseen situations. The company had a contingency plan in place to deal with unexpected disruptions in the supply chain. Contrive. Contrive means to plan or scheme to achieve a goal, often using clever or deceitful methods. It can also signify the act of inventing or creating something skillfully. She managed to contrive a clever solution to the complex problem. Convene. Convene means to bring people or things together for a meeting, assembly, or gathering. It can also describe the act of formally summoning or calling into session, such as a court. The committee will convene tomorrow to discuss the upcoming project. Conversely. Conversely is an adverb used to indicate a contrast or opposite relationship between two ideas or statements. It signals a shift from one perspective to its opposite counterpart. She prefers tea. Conversely, her friend always opts for coffee. Convey. Convey means to transport or carry something from one place to another. It can also refer to the act of communicating or expressing information, feelings, or ideas. I will convey the message to the team during our meeting. Cordial. Cordial can describe a warm, friendly, and sincere manner or relationship. It can also refer to a sweet, fruit-flavored syrup often diluted with water for a refreshing drink. We exchanged cordial greetings at the party, and the atmosphere was warm and friendly. Cork. Cork is a type of material used for bottle stoppers and insulation. It can also refer to the outer bark of a cork oak tree, used in various products. I carefully removed the cork from the wine bottle before pouring a glass for our guests. Corps. Corps can refer to a military organization or unit, such as the Marine Corps. It can also signify a group of people with a common purpose or profession, like the Peace Corps. The military corps conducted a training exercise in the desert to prepare for their upcoming mission. Counterfeit. Counterfeit is a term for fake or imitation items, especially money. It can also describe actions that are fraudulent or deceptive in nature. The detective uncovered a stash of counterfeit currency hidden in the suspect's basement. Counterpart. Counterpart can refer to a person or thing that closely resembles or corresponds to another. It can also describe a duplicate or equivalent counterpart, often in a different context. The CEO met with her international counterpart to discuss the merger between the two companies. Coupon. Coupon can signify a voucher or certificate that offers a discount or rebate when used for a purchase. It can also describe the interest payment on a bond. I used a coupon to get a discount on my purchase at the grocery store. Courier. Courier refers to a person or company responsible for delivering messages, packages, or documents quickly and securely. It can also describe a diplomatic messenger or representative. The courier delivered the important package to our office this morning. Crease. Crease can be a line or mark made by folding or pressing a material. It can also describe a wrinkle or furrow on the skin, especially due to aging. I accidentally created a crease in my favorite shirt while folding it. Credential. Credential can refer to proof or evidence of a person's qualifications, identity, or authority. It can also describe a document or certification verifying one's status or abilities. I need to provide my credentials to access the secure area. Crisp. Crisp can describe something firm, dry, and easily broken, like a potato chip. It can also refer to a quality of being fresh, clear, and sharp, as in cold weather or a well-ironed shirt. The autumn leaves rustled underfoot, creating a satisfyingly crisp sound as I walked through the park. Crouch. Crouch means to lower one's body close to the ground, often in a bent or hunched posture. It can also signify adopting a defensive or submissive position. I crouched behind the bushes to stay hidden from view. Crumb. Crumb refers to tiny fragments of bread, cake, or food. It can also describe a small or insignificant piece, often used metaphorically, like a crumb of information. I noticed a tiny crumb on the kitchen counter, evidence of last night's midnight snack.